Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our service this morning. I hope you're all keeping well. I'd like to read this morning, if I may, from Luke's Gospel, Luke chapter 24, and beginning to read at verse 13. Now behold, two of them were travelling that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was 7 miles from Jerusalem. And they talked together of all of these things which had happened. So it was, while they conversed and reasoned, that Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were restrained, so that they did not know him. Amen. Can I encourage you, if you have time today, to read all of that passage, Luke chapter 24, verse 13 to 35. When we were children at school, we used to wind up new teachers by giving them false directions to the classrooms, and we would watch them all getting lost. Isn't that a terribly cruel thing to do? And imagine me doing something like that. In this passage, we read of two men going on a journey, and without realizing it, were getting lost, because they were going on a journey that Jesus had expressly forbidden. In Acts chapter 1 verse 4, Jesus said to his followers, "Do not leave Jerusalem, but wait for the gift of the Holy Spirit, the gift my Father promised." And yet, here are these guys leaving Jerusalem. And they meet Jesus. Now, when they met Jesus, what would you expect Jesus to say to them? Would you expect Jesus to stand in front of them and to say, "Right, stop, turn around and go back the way you came"? That is what I guess most of us would think. But actually, if you read the whole passage, what you discover is that for a season, for a period of time, Jesus actually walks along the wrong road with them. And I would like to suggest that there are times that even when we are on the wrong track, Jesus walks with us and he reveals himself to us, and in his time leads us from the wrong path into the right path. I think sometimes we think that in order to be right with God, we need to get onto the right road ourselves. We need to busy ourselves by tidying ourselves and our lives up a little bit. If only we could be a little bit better. If only our bad temper or our rudeness or our tiredness or our anger, if only we could bring that a little bit more under control, then Jesus would have time for us. But that's not the case. He has time for us now. He meets us where we are and he leads us on. I wonder if you noticed that once these two men met Jesus and realized who he was, there was a response. The response was they went back to Jerusalem. Once they met Jesus, they got back on the right track and they went to where he told them to be, and they told others about Jesus. I wonder, can I ask how you know Jesus this morning? Do you know Jesus this morning? Have your eyes been opened to who he is, to what he's done for you? Do you know that he walks with you, that he talks with you, that he tells you that you are his own? Can you testify to his presence in your life? Do you have fellowship with him? Has your fellowship and your experience of him been so real, been so moving, been so life-changing that all you can do is go out and tell others about him? I wonder, in our journey with Jesus this morning, what will you do with him? May God bless you all. Goodbye.